almost into the brave new world of the new Property and Stock Agents Act. Now, there's a lot of discussion and I think a lot of myth out there about the qualification requirements around this that are coming through. Yes, the reforms are coming in on the 23rd. Yes, there is a new qualification in the property industry, and that has a major effect on people entering the industry at the certificate level. They must now do the new qualification and the new assistant agent certificate of registration, and that's great. And it's a good new course, and we've been running it here now for we've had three goes at running that now. So it's certainly just the certificate of registration course now. It's the new course. What's relevant here is for the real estate. Let's not worry about strata at this point. Let's not worry about stock and station at this point. Let's just look at the real estate license. And a lot of people are worried about the difference between a Class 1 and a Class 2 license, whether they're restricted, whether they're unrestricted, whether they need to get it finished before the 23rd of March or after the 23rd of March. Now, guys, if you're doing your license, if you have been working in the industry and holding a certificate of registration and you have been supervised and actively working in the industry for 12 months, whether you apply before the 23rd of March or after the 23rd of March, it makes no difference. Get it really clear that if you can have your licensee in charge will sign off for you on the fact that you've been there for 12 months and you have certain work competencies. And Fair Trading obviously know that you've held a certificate of registration and where that's been registered for the past 12 months. You'll get your sign off from your licensee in charge. Whenever you finish your qualification is when you will apply, whether that's before or whether that is after. Doesn't matter. So guys, just work through, get it done. If you've started your qualification, then you can continue with that. So long as you've finished one unit of competency in it, you continue with the current qualification. So that's all fine. And you will be issued with a Class 2 real estate license and if it's the real estate course that you've been doing, then it will be with a restriction condition for sales and leasing, which means you can do whatever you need to do, which is what you were working towards anyway. The restricted point says it's the line in the sand for the new qual and the old qual. Okay, so that's what it is. If you start the qualification after the 23rd of March, yes, you'll still have to have the 12 months experience on a certificate of registration. You'll have to have the sign off about your work competence and work experience by your supervising licensee in charge, and you'll have the new qualification. Difference being with the new qualification that you'll get an unrestricted license. So it won't have conditions placed on it for just sales and leasing. It will have an unrestriction, and the functions under that are obviously sales, leasing, sale of business, and on-site residential property management. So for on-site management rights complexes. So, whether it's the new or the old, that's okay. And of course, even if you've done the old qualification, you can upgrade because, there's a gap. Obviously, there's a gap assessment that you can undertake to upgrade to the new qualification and take your Class 2 license from a restricted to an unrestricted. Again, it's about the functions that you want to be able to do on a daily basis. If you do sales and leasing and you've got a restricted real estate license for sales and leasing, then you're fine. You don't need to do anything. Stop worrying, everybody. It's unless you want a license and you haven't held a certificate of registration before, that's when you need to apply before the 23rd of March. Otherwise, the 23rd of March is just a change in processes, a change in requirements, and upskilling, yes, with the new qualifications, but it's nothing to get really stressed about. Yes, of that date, the CPD requirements change, the qualification requirements change, but it's nothing to get stressed about. If that's an issue for you, then give us a call. Otherwise, just keep going with your license qualifications. Get your transition to the new qualification if that's what you need. Talk to us about it if you don't quite understand it, and then you can progress with that.